everyone. Welcome back to Get Ready With Me, Louise. So, today I'm excited, but y'all probably aren't. But that's okay. It's okay. I really like this palette. I would say this is my favorite palette by this brand, but I know this brand is widely not liked. But it is what it is. The palette is amazing, but we'll get to that in a minute. So, for my face today, for foundation, I am wearing the Prada foundation. Where did it go? I don't even know where I put it. You would think, oh, there it is. I was going to say, it ain't far because it's expensive. I have been trying this, and everybody raves about it. I don't know. It's not bad. Like, it isn't. It's not bad. But I wouldn't say, like, it's the number one foundation I've ever used either. You know what I mean? It's easy to use. It's, the shades are easy to figure out. This one here is no. What is this? MN. I know it's MN. I was going to say LN, but it's not. MN45. I would say it's pretty good for a shade match for me. I don't know if into summer it's gonna work, but maybe. It's okay. Alright, there you go. For the concealer, I'm wearing of course, the Sigma Corrector. Chef's Kiss. Loving that. And then I'm wearing the Da Vinci Prism Libre Skin Caring Concealer. I set it with the Da Vinci, I don't know if I'm saying this even right. Da Vinci. Is that it? I don't know. Prism Libre in 2, LeBlanc, Satin Blanc. I am wearing the nail polish from yesterday, which sucks. Beautiful color. I mean, this is a pretty color, especially for summer. Maybe on the toes it would look cuter and work, because with hands you got to use your hands so much, you're not giving it time to dry. But on the toes, maybe it might work. You just have to use too many coats. But I mean, it is a beautiful color. It's LA Color Gel in Vida, Vida. And I mean, am I sad it doesn't work? Yeah, but the price point, I'm not really out anything. I think it's like $2.50 at Dollar General, but it took 4 coats to get it like this color, so it didn't really work to expectation. But that's okay, no big deal. We'll keep looking for these brighter colors, and hopefully I can find one that will work. I really need to redo them, but just haven't had the time. For the rest of the face, I set my face with the Natasha Denona foundation. I've found that that's what I'm using this for, is to set with. Maybe if I use a skin tint or even an SPF, it's like that's it, to compare it with something, because I need more coverage. If you got perfect skin, this is great, but if you don't, you might want to pair it with something. I'm just saying. Even if it's concealer, you could do it like that too. I personally just use it as a setting powder, and it works fabulous. It gives me just a little bit of extra coverage, and it sets everything, and it holds really well, and it doesn't like make it cakey or anything. So I do like that about it. For the face, I'm wearing all Pat McGrath. I'm wearing the Pat McGrath in Bronze Dawn for bronzer. I'm wearing Love Struck for blush. The reason why I picked Pat McGrath is because I was trying to find a berry. This is still more pinky than I wanted. I wanted more purpley, like my shirt type of blush. And this is on the more berry side. But it works. I do like it. I think it goes well with this look and everything. So I think the whole thing came out really well. And then for highlighter, I'm wearing Lunar Allure. And y'all, yeah, Lunar Allure is probably my favorite highlighter by her. But I still think I like the Natasha Denona highlighter better. but they're also different. So just keep that in mind. But her blushes is what I really like. The bronzers are good, like the blushes, you know what I mean? But to me, bronzer's not. I could wear an hourglass bronzer too, you know what I mean? Like, it's nothing. As long as it's got the same kind of tones that I like, then I'm good. But their blushes they just last. Yes, they're pigmented. Yes, you have to go in with a light hand. It's it's semi, you know, not hard to use, but it's finicky. But if you once you figure it out, like once you figure out what brush to use and how much to go in, they are beautiful and they last all day long. They don't fade. They're like, I just had to go over this with my foundation brush. There we go. Because it was just it was a little bit too pigmented even for me. So I do like that. Now again, I got fair skin. So if you have darker skin, maybe they're not as pigmented. And it's different than Glamlight. Glamlight's formula is pigmented, but it is harder to use, like harder to blend out and stuff like that, no matter how much of a light hand you go in. Where with Palette Grad, it's a little bit easier to use. So that's that. Is that everything? Lips. I'm wearing, I know, Bite Beauty. It's no longer in business, but I have these. I need to use these. I don't know what it is. It's this. It's like a lip liner lipstick type thing. I'm wearing that. I line my lips with it, but really I was going for this here, this Clinique, and this may still be around. It's their lip gloss in Adore You. I think that says 06. I've really been liking these lip glosses. They're not sticky, but they're cushiony. And they last for a decent amount of time, to be fair. For a lip gloss, you know. It's got a little bit of pigment, but it's got like this pearly finish to it that I like. It's almost, I don't know. I do like it though. Is it my favorite lip gloss? No, that's gonna go to Lawless. But it's up there, and I do like this color, so that's a plus. But I think the whole look turned out really good today, so let's get started on the palette, which I know that nobody's gonna really like. But honestly, also this palette. Okay, the brand JSC. We know he's very not liked. Put that aside. Just talk about the brand. I would say the brand's vulgar at best. But it is unique and different, and the formulas are there. Like, he could sell the brand and the brand's going to sell because of the formula, right? And since the beginning, the formulas have changed, but the product is still, like, it's gotten better and better as more and more technology comes out, I guess. But this would be my favorite palette, and not only that, it's the least problematic, I guess, out of his palettes because there's really nothing bad in it, really. And it is the Star Wedding. I think that this is a perfect, even, I get if you don't want to give the brand money, well, not the brand, but the man, but remember there are workers behind him that do need paychecks, that do need to feed their family. Okay, that's my thought process behind it. Yes, I get it. He's getting something, but so are so many other people. But with that said, this is the Star Wedding. I think the packaging is as cute as can be, and the fact that it's got a nice mirror. And to me, this does scream. I mean, yeah, it's got a pop of pink in the middle, you know, but I can see this being used for a wedding, for a bride, for a bridesmaid, for the mother-in-law, for the mother of the bride, for anyone, you know what I mean? And it's a cute little palette to even give to the bride, you know, as a whatever special occasion type thing. It's got every color you're going to need, but it can also be used for more than just the wedding. Obviously, this may not be a wedding look, you know what I mean? It's more purple, more berry toned, because that's what I was going for today. But let's get started. The first shade I'm going to go into is Committed. And like I said, the names, not bad. And I personally, I use Persuade by Sigma for my eye primer. I personally like, did I just hit my face? Probably. didn't do anything. I used the Tarte Fake Awake, the peachier one for my waterline. But this is one of my favorite palettes from this brand, to be fair. I love every look I've created out of it. The metallics are what I want. Like, nothing bad about it. Down to the name, everything. It's all just beautiful. But I understand, the thought process about supporting someone you don't support, too. Don't get me wrong. But out of all of the palettes, if I was going to suggest one, it would be this one. Or, if you're looking for a colorful one, I've really been liking the cotton candy one. And the circus one, I can't think of the name. Psychedelic, that one. I really like those for color purposes. But this is still, when I used this for the first time, I was like, oh my. I can remember using this palette, okay, for the first time, if that says anything. And I usually don't remember because, come on, I got so many palettes, it's hard to remember. So for me to say I remember this, it's saying something. It's sort of like when I first used the Tarte Juicy palette, I remember, oh yeah, now we're talking, type of thing. And that's kind of how I register if I like a palette or not, Like, if I can remember when I used it, how I felt, then it was a good palette. If I don't, then I realize that it's just either so-so, or maybe good for the brand, or, or just not my color, something like that. We're going to go into Devotion, which is this purpley one right here. We're going to go very light, because we already know that these shades are going to be pigmented. But I also like the fact that this can be used for every day. So, like, even after the wedding, you could still use this palette and create everyday looks. I'm not going to say you're going to create very colorful looks, but it could go day to night. And you're going to get a little bit of color. I mean, you got a little bit of berry. But again, for the theming of it, I think it's perfect. Though I am kind of shocked that he did a collab, of course, with Shane Dawson. That's really the only collab he's done. But I'm surprised he's never did a collab with, what's the makeup artist name? Lipstick Nick. I'm surprised on that. Because I would think it'd be a pretty good collab, personally. Oops. So how have you all been? What have you all been into? First dance we're going to go into now. Just to darken it up. Have you done anything? Are you planning anything for summer break? It's coming. My kids get out of school, I think, in a week. Maybe a week and a couple days. I know they're ready for it. Well, one's on. One loves school, one don't. Isn't that the way it goes? I tell you, my kids are so funny. I have 4. And then I have 3 grandkids right now. Man, who would have thought? If somebody would have told me younger, I wouldn't have believed them. I'm going to go into Devotion again and run it under the lower lash line. I'm going to be honest with you. If somebody would have told me younger, oh, you're going to have 4 kids, 3 grandkids before you're even, well, I guess I'm 45 now. Or I will be 45. I wouldn't have believed them. I wouldn't have believed them if they told me I had 4 kids, okay? 2 max. 1, maybe. I would have believed 1, But 4, But here we are, It's funny how life takes you in different directions. But anyway, um, so I had two when I was younger, and then two later in life. And my oldest out of my first set and my oldest out of my second set are exactly alike. My youngest out of my first set and my youngest out of my second set are exactly alike. I don't get it. How is it possible? Because to be fair, I mean, my two are grown pretty much. Yeah, I mean, well, they are grown. They're out of the house, obviously. But I mean, even when I gave birth, they were so much older than the other two that it's crazy. But here we are. Here we are. I'm going to take the shade Polyamorous right here, and we're going to put it all over the lid. And that's the other thing. At least when somebody's like, what is this palette? It's not a bad name to say. And if they ask what shades are on your eyes, again, you're not stuttering. Because I'm not a prude by no means, but I really don't want to be saying some of these names. What eyeshadow palette are you wearing? Oh, Orgasm. I don't want to be saying that. I mean, is it on brand with this brand? Yeah, to do it, absolutely. But it's not something that is technically on brand with me. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I really like this formula. Oh no. Did you see? I know. I'm awful. That's right. We can fix that. We can fix that. We can always fix anything. Not really. I mean, you probably could. I can't. Once I mess up, I mess up. It is what it is. But that's okay. We're good. We'll pick up a little bit more and just intensify right in the middle of the lid. Patting it in. I did get a little bit of fallout, but again, I didn't spray the brush or anything, so that is kind of on me. But I really like this look, the way it came out. I was kind of shocked because y'all know I like a lighter lid and stuff, so I kind of went a little bit darker on the lid with the metallic shade, but it turned out really pretty. I really like it. We're going to go into Cut the Cake right here, this metallic shade, and I'm just going to put it on the inner corner, and it is metallic, okay? I mean, it's going with the light hand, and this is actually a pretty color for the lid. I mean, you're going to be seen. Look at that. It's just so pretty. And it's definitely going to open up, you know, that part of the eye because it is just so pigmented. But it's gorgeous. Look at that. Okay, we're going to take the darker shade again, the first dance shade, and I'm going to line the top lash line and bottom lash line. But yeah, out of all of his palettes, I would say this is my favorite. I'm sure that the Conspiracy palette was his best selling, and to be fair, that's probably the one I don't like it the most. Just because I don't understand that color story. Now I did like the lips that came out of that. But as far as color story, But I mean, the formula was still good in it, you know. And I mean, we all bought it. And I just want to go now, what? All those palettes were bought And are you telling me you're not using them? Now, would that not be a waste of money? To be fair. Or the palettes that you bought previously, like, what did everybody do with them, just out of curiosity? I mean, I still have mine. I'll say I don't use them as often as I should. But some of them I do. Like, some of them I still use. I still use psychedelic. Although that's irrelevant. And I still use the cotton candy because those are one of my like, for colors, those are my favorites. I don't use the alien palette, to be fair. I don't use the conspiracy palette at all. Trying to think of. I do like the is it Andromedy? Is that how you say that? I do like that palette. It was a nice palette. I'm gonna go in. I mean, there's just, some that the ones I really, really like, I'll use still, But I'm also not going to just throw them away. I spent too much money on it, That's just not going to happen. But I do like this look. So I would say this is probably, and I know it's not going to sound like much, and I do understand that, but this is probably my 6th or 7th look I've done using this palette. And every time, there's not been a time that I'm like, I don't like that look. Because I do. And let's back off of, or not back off, but let's think about, if we're looking for the best of the best, right? Is this the best of the best? No. It's not. It's not the best eyeshadow formula. But is it the one of the best of the best? Maybe. I'm going to use YSL for those top lashes. And I say that in the meaning of it's easy to use, it's pigmented, it's blendable, it's buildable. The color stories are cohesive. There's not much thought process that has to be put into it. It's pretty much set up the way it should be used. They're different. The only downfall to this is the naming of the stuff, in my opinion. But when it comes to this palette, it is one of the best of the best for neutral palettes. For a wedding palette, it's one of the best, I think. Now, is Natasha Denona? Do I like it better? Yes. Pat McGrath? Yes. But I don't consider Pat McGrath really to be a wedding palette, to be fair. Do I like Viseart? I do think Viseart would be a wedding palette. Yes. Trying to think of what else. What other brands? I mean, ColourPop even. They have the Stone Cold and the Rock Candy and the Bare Necessity palette. Those could all be used as wedding palettes. But the theming of this is and the fact that the names are decent is why I like this one so much from this brand, to be fair. But I understand people not wanting to shop the brand. I do. I just don't understand the hate that people give to people that do shop it. Because I can sit here, because there's no brand out there that doesn't have issues, okay? That isn't doing crap that they shouldn't be doing. We just don't know about it, you know? And I'm using my favorite mascara. Oh, I should have used his. I didn't even think about it. Oh well. Now I messed up on both eyes. Lovely. I'll clean it up in a minute. I ain't worried about it. I'm really not going anywhere, but at the same time, that aggravates me because I really liked this look. I thought it was really pretty, so I have to mess it up. Hopefully it'll just flake away. We'll hope. I'm going to use the Lancome on the lower lashes. But yeah, I would say this is my favorite palette for sure by this brand. And I was going to pick my least favorite to do the look with, but I just couldn't figure out matching my clothes. I know I have a problem. I have to match everything. I don't know why, but I do. I mean, I probably could have made it work, but I didn't want to. Because I'm really not for sure on what my least favorite is. Is it the Conspiracy or is it the Alien palette? I don't know. Probably the Alien palette, just because also the way it's shaped as an alien's face. It's not easy to store. Ow! Right, now I'm poking myself in the eyeball. Y'all, I don't think today is my day. Look at that. I mean, I almost nailed it in the exact same spots on each side. If this was just over a little bit, or if this one was just up a little bit. I need help. Did it come off? No, not really. Oh Lord, how am I going to fix this? Well, I'm going to put concealer over. It's what I'm going to do to fix it. There we go. Fixed. So we're just going to run that brush right through there, and boom. That side is fixed. This side's going to be a little bit harder because it's bigger. Is it dry? Yeah. It's flaking off though. Or it was flaking off, now it's not. Pretty sure that was a gunshot. And that's it. That's been driving me crazy because, like, I can't tell if it's a gunshot or fireworks because we're getting close to, you know, of course fireworks are already out. I mean, it's May. Of course we gotta have fireworks. I think they were out in April, to be honest with you. I can't tell if it's a gunshot or fireworks anymore because it's that time. And I don't understand how holidays are getting... Whoa. Oh, I thought I got mascara there. we are advertising holidays so much more quicker than ever. And it makes no sense. Well, I mean, it makes sense, but it don't make sense. It's like, can we not just enjoy Mother's Day, Father's Day, and then, like, I get, since it's July 4th, like, putting them out in June 1st. Or Christmas coming out, like, beginning of November. Like, let October be, well, should it though? Because we got Thanksgiving, which comes out in November, at the end of it, in December. I would still give it to them. The middle of November Christmas stuff should come out. And then October should be nothing but Halloween. At the beginning of November, we should go ahead and put it for Thanksgiving, like whatever. And then middle of November, start putting out Christmas all the way till Christmas. But no, we're going to put Christmas out in October. Because that's when I started seeing it last year. I'm just like, I don't understand. Do you all shop early? Like, I don't shop early. I would definitely say I'm more last minute shopping for sure. I am. But I do understand some people get it done. Like, that I get. But I don't know about that early, Teach their own. Alright, so that is the final look using this palette. I really like this palette. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't like it. I know, but I do, and I like it a lot. We're going to add a little bit more of that gloss, just a little bit. Like, that's all I'll have to do through the whole day, too, with this gloss. It will wear off from talking, drinking, whatever. But all I gotta do is put a little bit on the bottom lip, rub my lips together, and it's like it's back to life again. I don't have to reapply the lip liner or nothing. I just have to take this with me, this little itty bitty cutie thing, cutie lip gloss, and that's it. And it works, and I love that about it. I feel like there's something in my eyeball. I don't see anything, but it feels it. But anyway, overall, I like the look. Like I said, I've not created a look with this palette that I haven't liked. I am sorry this video is so long. There was no need for it to be this long other than me rambling. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday. By the way, we're into J's, obviously. J now. We're done with, what was it, H? I don't have anything I, so we would jump to J. But I think I have to backtrack because I found palettes from 2 brands that should have been done already. I just don't know if I'm going to do them. The one I will do for sure. I just don't know about the other one. But I'll get into that in a later video. But overall, I think this palette's beautiful. This is the final look. Let me know if you have this. Let me know if you have any palettes by this brand. Or did you get rid of them? I mean, you very well could have. I know a lot of people have. I just don't understand. I'm just sitting there going, you just spent your money on that and you're throwing it away, or you're giving it away. I mean, I guess as long as it's being used, it doesn't matter where it goes, but if you're literally just throwing it away, I'm like, what are you doing? It makes no sense. But anyway, that's all I have. Did I say subscribe and ring the bell? Hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day by Sunday, and so there's a new launch. If I've already said it, sorry. If I didn't, there you go. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.